I can video this bridge on this Mano bridge for Kumobanjala. Mano bridge himself don't get problem. He don't get problem. Let people advise the motorcar within the kaya. Let people not go the left inside the motorcar and they cross the bridge. Yeah, and the place this we don't cut. We don't cut on the bridge. Put board there. And they even take the board. Let una see. Una see how the bridge don't cut. This Mano bridge. See, huh? Don't cut heavy one. So they advise everybody in this area where they pass from Jala, Mano, that's it, take for go. If they come from Tama, so now the bridge this instead don't get problem, heavy problem. So they advise people them when they pass here, let them not left inside motorcar for pass. Let them come down, then pass. At the Mano bridge this. But we go talk and just now then say na social media business and lie with the lie. So at the video all thing for una, not so one side, about two sides. You see, this now the way for go Mano. And the way this for go Mano inside the town itself. Look the town over yonder. They see the town. They see the town. And middle of the bridge. Now this don't get this problem. Yeah. See the board way down. See, huh? And the way this for go route tie. And even so now the other area. We don't get problem. Not to one side. At the worker. They go. Look the other area. Where the bridge don't cut. Middle the bridge. Now long bridge. Look the water. Yeah. See the water. From there, you see the other water. The middle of this bridge. And there this was the video. For tell the Sierra Leone government say this bridge don't get problem. Now a death trap. Let we not forget. Now a death trap. Do you have a government? Let warn the people them. They not say let motorcar not pass over, but let people not left inside motorcar pass this bridge. The bridge don't get problem. This Mano Dase bridge. For Komotama and Tanjala. From Jala, take for come through. Even the woman they don't come down inside one motorcar, they even motorcar will count me.
Well, me famble them una with the Salone in a good afternoon. The one with the America in a good evening. Then the one with the Australia. Today, now the third part of the road safety show. The first part, we don't talk about actually waiting cause of road accident in a Salone. The second part, now during the terror, we celebrate the week of remembrance for road accident victims. And we talk about justice for road victims, traffic victims. So today, what we can talk about, a very important issue. Now, how we they get evidence for make sure say the evidence and they get out from with statistics what they collect. Which I mean the information what they collect about the road accident them, who side then take place, who that involved, which do then take place, and how then they put them data for make sure say we do something about it. The data collection is one. But the important thing is where they collect the data and how they collect data. For making you understand why this is important, it's like anything we enable measure, you know, go manager. For instance, if you get a family of 4, papa, mama, and 2 pikin, rest now with staple food. Then get for no almost cup rest then they eat for day. So then go know almost 1 bag rest go last them. So then go able to plan. So now the same thing with statistics. Where they collect statistics. Now for FENOT, waiting at the situation. And then, when you don't get that information, you look at the information and know why that thing and the data we collect, why they happen. And then after that, now from that information, you're able to get solution. So let's start with the beginning. Now, Salone, we get law. We get statistics Sierra Leone. But almost they function only way count for collect census and housing data. They don't know the other responsibility we then get. And then they self get drug. But today, not so that's what they can talk about. We can talk about transport and accident statistics. Let's start from the positive side. Why you need statistics? Statistics Sierra Leone, the responsibility where government give them, that they for collect data, that they for put them together, that they for analyze that data there, and that they for give all the people there where use the data them with international partners. Like for instance, now if na health statistics should they collect for no almost picking and they die, almost below and they need treatment. The same way with transport. When you take the positive side, they use statistics for plan. For example, in the transport side, we get for no almost vehicle them then in the country. And outside they use them. And almost vehicle in the kind side. So now from that, we go able plan, we road network them for accommodate their vehicle in there. Yeah, that is very important because that statistics they will collect, then they make a plan. So statistics they under the Ministry of Planning. So that then are the thing. So the government say Statistics Sierra Leone na the lead agency for make sure say all who that they collect data and statistics. They look at how they collect them data, then how they put them together, and for interpret them data for them. And we get a very seasoned professional na Statistics Sierra Leone. When Professor Usman Malam Sankor, we all man know as Malam O. We get a real master sabi person. You don't get baby experience all over the world. So now in the responsibility, but what's in the issue now? When it comes to road accident statistics, we then can call road crash data. Now two agencies then they na Salone, we for collect their information there. The police, now number one. And when the police collect, then they get their information through the one the way they report accidents. And also, where they take evidence for accidents to happen. We get road safety Sierra Leone Road Safety Authority. When are they responsible for safety? Then self statistics for only know how they go do the enforcement and education for let people use the road safely. But one problem we'll get just this week, Road Safe Sierra Leone put their own statistics. Then say from January to September, now almost 9,000 road crash happen. Police self come with their own. Police come, then say now 3,400. So you go see the variation between the two agencies, they figure it. Where as all the law say, now statistics for work with them two agencies here, for make sure say we get the information and the data right. And what's in the source of statistics? How will they get in data? Now, three ways will they get the data. One, police accident when they at the scene and the one when they report to them. Two, now from the hospital records them of the accident victims. The third way, now for the insurance company them, then one the way they claim insurance. So we can forget a source, a single source, where all them data then they go. Then it go to Statistics Sierra Leone, when the master sabi people them, we go put the statistics together and let know waiting a cause of road accident. A road accident na big thing. And I go deal with the police statistics because I've been on this. And police get a very good way for collecting data. They get everything. From 2017, now police don't they collect accident statistics data. We then put in it, it didn't report everything. So this latest one we then get, they tell we saying that 3,043 happened from January to September. And then break it down for we. According to zone, Freetown West, where you know the western part of Freetown. Now 1,218 accidents on be. Freetown East, we cover the peninsula, Tegol, then Waterloo. Now 1,678. The Northwest region, where down there now cover area de like Putloko, Lonsar, Makeni. Then get 163. Northeast, when then Falaba, Karine, then get 80 accidents. The South, when Moyamba, Bo, Bont, then get 62. And the East, when Kono, Kenema, Kailang, then get 264 accidents. So when we compile their figure, what should they do with them? I've been not telling us say, na Statistics Sierra Leone, na the main government body, we for make sure say, then 3 sources of statistics say we then collect. Is actually useful. And that statistics say then they use now for make sure say, we go then safe and people then safe na the road. So how then they do that? The police get the main cause of road accidents. They identify 7. Number 1, driving under the influence. What do they mean? Now where people then they take drugs, both legal and illegal. The illegal one, I let you talk about kush, and the one that will talk locally like jamba. And the legal one, it can be say you sick. You take some drugs them, wait for make you get well body, and panel drugs then some of them can get warning at the box. Because then they make you drowsy. So when you take them drugs and they not go behind steering. Or if you're not Okada rider, no ride Okada. Or if you're not. So that's not the first cause. Other cause then say, now what you then call inattentive driving. That's now where you drive, you know, they pay attention. You do several things. So until you're late for going to office, you expect somebody in the office. You say, send it. Yeah? And also, the other thing, then what you call inattentive driving. Now I don't talk to you. Inattentive driving, we get what you call the of the road. The language of the road. Now, like where you get the road markings and the road signs them. Let me explain more the road markings here. Especially where you drive. Most country them, you get a road then where the road is divided into 2. And you get a road markings there. Where you see that continuous white line. Shows say not tick. So the driver get for understand the language and the way the road they talk to her. So who say if overtake, you get broken white line. That means say the white gap. It shows you in that place they overtake. And when you get what you call the golden rule. You watch your mirror, you give your signal, say you want change lane, before you maneuver. And also in the overtake, you get for judge the distance. We don't get beaucoup time way. Some man they hurry, he try for overtake, but enough speed enough, it is side by side by, and then big lorry, then long, because it will take time for you overtake. Now they make you get head-on collision. Then way they go uphill. Again, you know, your vision, your visibility. Now short distance, so you know they see after the hill. You know they know if other car they come. So down there again can cause road accident. So they road marking and they now for specific purpose. You get side and put say na place where you for stop na the road. You get side if na middle tongue, who side and put double yellow line, it means say you know for park there at all. And can put that mark in there and road sign we say no parking, no waiting. So we driver then get to understand the language of the road. And it's very important. The government said for put correct road sign because you get international convention will show you how their road sign they for day, the shape where they forget, and the color where they forget. Yeah, you get a road sign when I warn you. A road sign for show instruction. No left turn, no right turn, no entry. You also get road where they show buildings them. Like Usul Day, Usai Hotel Day. So all them things and then a combination way they help for make we road safe. The other main reason for road accident, now speeding. Now tongue, you not go speed that much because the road congested. Around the free area, outside people then go speed. Now where them beach area or that peninsula road. Especially when people they don't go panjaye, they don't go enjoy themselves. So man can see now way drink, that time they see the road. So when you don't drink, you dey speed, you know they even no say you dey speed. Now make sure for the watch you that clock in front of you where they call speedometer. And also with the speed, especially in the upline road, you get a lorry them. We can park. So man a grass you can put in the road. You know, although the law say you forget that safety triangle. The lorry no get light, especially at night. If you dey speed, beaucoup accident they will don't be. Where you go where inside that lorry dey. The other thing where they cause accidents according to the police, now we they drive the wrong way. And then they do it willfully, they will be galejo them. We they no hurry for go work. We then get that government number plate. Then go see traffic. Then try for drive na the other side with the oncoming traffic. Yeah. We get them people the way they can get married. I don't know what you then can rush for what your mosque. They can begin drive on the other side. That is the cause of driving. The next number 6, I've been not touched around. Drowsiness. And day you tire. You dey sleep like steering. And drowsiness also, it can be say if you take medicine again, when they cause drowsiness. Because some of them will malaria. So them malaria medicine, some of them antibiotic they take, they make take the medicine and they not drive. That makes so internationally all the medicine and they get work. For say when you take the kind of medicine, you know for drive. The last one, now hazardous condition, where they deal with the weather. You know, so country the kind of weather we'll get rain season. You can get fog, especially in the hilly part of the road. Way down there, you get for slow your speed. You know, if you not control your speed, you know they see better, you cause accident. Then again, where rain come, baby rain. We don't see where Okada man, the streets don't flood, but he still want to take passenger for going inside that flood, the inside that water. Then condition they again, it cause road accident. So now I don't talk about waiting at the cause of the road accident. So when the police get statistics, then every statistics, every detail way accident, they know waiting at the cause of the accident. So now from that information now they will contact all the people that were responsible. Now that information the different agencies there. For a start, if now the road condition, salary, right? If now drink driving, enforcement. If now weather condition, I'm the Met department, we now they not do well, then all kind of reports about rain season, the heavy rain they come, storm. So all the agencies then they involve. So now this is the statistics and the reason why they collect statistics. And when you don't get all that information, then you don't interpret them, you don't see the cause of, you don't see beaucoup where they cause accident. Now, 4 ways they provide solution. We call them the 4 E's in English. The first, now the engineering part. And that engineering part is start first how you design the road. Because when they design the road, you therefore design the road for mixed use. Because we road them, we get Okada, we get Keke, we get Omolanke, we get private motorcar, we get bus them, we get taxi them. So you design the road with the information of the people that want to go use the road and for make sure they're safe. Then the first part. The second part, now what we call road safety audit. We start this video, this program, by showing another video of Mane Dase Bridge. And I'll make one point here. Government be not hearing about that. They don't look am. And not say the roads authority they now. I think say them if for close the bridge for do repairs. Some of them bridge and they will get like them manual that's a bridge. Now all bridge them. Long before we even get independence. Some of them are they soldier man them during the war. And then build them bridge and they. So normally we can forget people the way they look at them bridge and they then get now they the road safety audit come inside. You do the structures, you look at the structures, you look at your maintenance record. So now we do preventive maintenance. So we maintain the road and bridge them before they cause trouble to driver. Let we not do reactive maintenance. So now that's an engineering part. But the other thing will happen, we our announce today, because not to all time before they announce negative news. Lot of things positive. Well-meaning Sierra Leoneans. We get the Sierra Leone Institute of Engineers. We mean a member of that institute today. But also, you get the professional engineers before it been called Professional Engineers Registration Council, PERC. The engineers again at home, the big engineer, the experienced engineers them, like Engineer Tani Pratt, where the CMAT, where the chairman of that body day. Like another engineer, when an old lecturer, he don't retire now, but he still the practice. Now Engineer Badamasi Savage. Then we also Jonas Sawyer, where Naina been the Dean of the Faculty of Engineering at Salone. So they come together, go Parliament, for amend the act we've been set up the Engineering Registration Council. Now, instead of it being Registration Council, now we call her the Engineering Regulatory Council, which means they get power for regulate. regulates the activities of all engineers, because we get different engineers there. In road, we get structural engineers. We get highway engineers. You get like my own branch of engineering when a traffic engineering. So you get different types of engineers. So now the new law, you know they practice engineering na Salone, you know get registration. And we also they extend them to them foreign firms the way they come. We know see na Chinese for bring road. So now the law then the concept, then get for register with the Engineering Registration Council. And now then they give them certificate for them operating in the country. Let's give another recent example. Now, bridge where they build recently, that's bank bridge. Now, a company from Senegal, CLC, and they build that bridge there. We see all the fanfare. The president they go open the bridge. Madam, la a bridge. But in all 6 months, we begin to see crack the non go up on the bridge. I tell you, say when they look at the design stage, we get people that when a materials engineer. The materials engineer, and then they look at material they use for make bridge. The I&M way they use for sustainer. The kind surface way they give. Also, the area they make the bridge. And the asphalt, that colta way they put there. Then also, how they design the bridge. But when they engineers them, because the same way they build that bridge in a swamp area, so you get forget time for letting them set the bridge. But then say, due to political pressure, they may get for do that bridge there for open up. So the bottom soil not be set because of swamp. So it crack. And this now waiting at the responsibility of the engineer. We see what's in the happen at that Savage Street Bridge where it been collapsed. Same way so, the Salone Institute of Engineers, they go do assessment. But guess what happened? Now Chinese man them bring for can do the bridge. The other side where this professional regulation come inside, now they want their way in a contractor. Now they say anybody where they run an engineering business for road or other side, I will talk about road now. It get for in company get for register with the regulatory council. And the law not left so. It said the council get authority for punish the one they will do then jebejaba work. So you individual, if they're engineer then they then do work, we cause even with you damage or all that thing and they because okay, see where you repair road, you get a design life. So that thing they not reach it, then the road don't begin. Then, if it causes problem, you can report to the engineering council. And the engineering council get a mandate, now like a high court powers and get, they can see the engineer or the firm will do that work there, can look, can answer. And they find them guilty, they will find them. Or it can even lead to imprisonment. But also what they talk about then road and everything, not to go their roads. Right now, some people them, they don't take upon themselves as their community duty for repair roads. So I want to let the moderator with technician then show two pictures now. The one inside Freetown. With the community around that Bambraton area. Central Freetown. We then get a project called BAD. when a Bembres, Otin Street, Ambrose Street, and Divya Street. The people are waiting. Okay, yes, caller, your name and where you're calling from. Caller, your name and where you're calling from. Caller on now. Yes, if the person they hear we, let come back, I will halt the broadcast and listen to you call. So if you can show them two pictures, the one at Kenema, then the other one at this central one, where the bad community roads them. Where this na community responsibility. This first picture, now the one I talk about Otin Street, when that area we come out. So the people that we come on in that area, they don't contribute money. They want the way they America, they want the way they England, they want the way they free. So we tell them thank you. And as you can see out in the work, the people in the work for themselves, they get people in the community when qualified engineers them, and then they make their own road. And most of them road are a residential road. So we say kudos to them. We tell them thank you. But also, even if they make their road, then the Salone Roads Authority, now the people that way they set standards, they set for involved in supervising then community road there where they make. Now get the other picture about the one at Kenema. Now you can see this one at Kenema. You can see how waiting and they do not patch and they patch the road. And again, a community, you see them get buckets, they don't get machine and all that thing in there. So, what you know, I bring them two examples here. Now, for sure, say, even if government no one do something, the people themselves, now their responsibility and for the community service for road there, because then road there, then the damage motuka. Not only that, then road there, now access to the community, especially for them one them we want go hospital, we take them Belauma where they can get emergency. Some place then we know say some of their hospital they don't go ambulance. Government be not share ambulance to them. But we in the community, the road is important, not the ambulance no more. The road get for be very good for let you move people there. Then one the way they produce goods them, they self get for move them goods. But more important thing get for talk. That they mining company there. Because they mining company heavy machinery is there. When they, Sierra Rutile, the former London mining, Marampa. So government for make sure say when they sign contract with them people in there, they get open, repair the road them blow them and then the damage. But also, most of the company they get a bridge when they weigh the load. But then they do a more so for no almost of the minerals the way they don't want to go export. Yeah. But then they look at the fact that say they for keep the standard where government sets. With that standard if I can go back to them, for them big lorry then the maximum weight now 53.55 tons. So all that thing they need to government forget we bridge them. For the way them vehicle, they heavy goods vehicle in it. So then the impact. These are the preventive measures. Then also when they design the road and back on the engineering part, we get what we call traffic restraints measure. So they inside again road statistics kind side. If you get them where they near school, go them where they around schools. You get Boko accident then where involve school picking or near hospital. Then get how then they cross for reduce speed and also for put sign. Now they thing like zebra crossing kind side. Then they get speed ups. Even then they say get design standard. Yeah. Then they get what they call speed table. Where like na broad part of like the speed on. We don't see few picture then they where then they put their speed table and they now so they high. And then they cause damage to the vehicle and cause more accident. So all that thing and the also you get speed, where they say Boku picking and non die. Now there you they put them measure there. Now they the engineering part kind side. The people the way they work on the road, pedestrian themselves they involved in accidents. Some of the accident they not a motor car accident no more. Some now will not make the pavement. You go for inside the pavement, you broke your foot. I don't practice engineering in England, where the local authority, even inside where they put street light. If street light not there, the pavement they don't make people them damage, they get broke foot. They actually, the government and then part of the world there, they hold the council liable. Then the council themselves in Turkey hold them contractor liable. So now that same thing that we want for Kana Salone. Now that makes sure now we don't get this professional engineers regulation council. Where when somebody do work, we're not good. We the citizens can complain to that regulatory council, and that council they can call the engineers. And for finish this, the engineering side, now the contractor them. No, not to this government one. Then pass government them. That's what happen all over the years. Give road contract to somebody because of political influence or one big man. We don't get nothing, get no idea about engineering and design. Not only that, if itself, let's say in a businessman, you understand? But when they register that company, it go get for show say the supervising engineer is a registered engineer. If you do roads, you can forget engineering and team like materials engineer, structural engineer, traffic engineer. So until they produce all the evidence, they not to foresee a paper no more, because we get the Salone engineers where they work alongside the regulatory. So regulatory council go contact Salone Institute of Engineers for say if that man there in qualification we get, give him that right say for learn engineering. And a prestigious thing, because when you don't become a full member, even when you don't get a degree, you can get mentorship. That means qualified engineer when actually the job. You get for do training in the work called continuous professional development. After 3 years, you can now call yourself an engineer. That prestigious title, when we said they use ING, engineer. Yeah. Not to all man then they get that privilege. That privilege they count. Yes. And you record na the industry. Just like how doctor, we done in degree, he do in housemanship before he become a doctor. Lawyer, we do in degree, he go to the Council of Legal Education. He get for doing by exam before you call him. So, Salone don't make progress. We the engineers, we don't get law, we give rights through parliament for law monitor engineering work. Not just transport, and they concentrate on transport in the area, even the electrical engineering. where people then they go wire use. Then they cause a lot of fire. So now the engineering part done, so they use statistics where they show you say either the cause of accident now the road design, or the people that were affected, the pedestrian they went there and they walk on a street, or the accident they cause because you don't get enough sign. When an SLRA for put them sign, they like no entry sign, speed sign, and all that thing. So now the first either day where they use the statistics. The second E-way, very important, now enforcement. Who say we enforce the law? And we get two agencies there we're responsible for enforce the law and day. That's now the Salone Road Safety Authority, where they Kisi Road, then get the people that we call road traffic cops. No, the Salone police. The law and they we all kind of law na Salone. In fact, some of the law and they say where people can challenge. Like we don't see beaucoup time where some people in non-contact we say they arrest them say because they drive with slippers. But when them people here they enforce the law, let them look on the safety angle, not to for just collect money. The safety is important. So I will make the moderator one of the key issues that way they cause accident. Now tire care. The technical team in a show you some of them tire picture they like explain about the tire now. We come for enforcement. Okay, you see this tire now. This tire, and then big lorry them. Even the one the way they transport container. And you see them keep always getting double tire. And the double tire, the weight, and maintain the stability of the vehicle. But if you see this tire now, the double tire, the one on the outside is good. You can see it. Because when you look at the tire, you check the groove the way they inside. Where the law say it will be 1.8 millimeters. Then also you look at the shape of the tire bulge. Then the pressure. But like the tire with the inside, all things not smooth. Part of the tire, it's like we would get bullied. Tire, we get load them in a Salone. We're not it. Get load and they say, number one, most of the tire the way people and they buy, it's tradable tire, which is not allowed by law. You know, and the penalty for tire, and we're not good. Now 400,000 old Leones, we're now 400 new Leones. So this tire business, people enough for play. We don't get beaucoup accidents them, tire bust. Where they cause accident. So when we report accident, if the accident and beaucoup in a tire, it means say you enforce the law. Then get strict tire enforcement. And when the tire not good again, even during the season, it cause problem in terms of you breaking distance and tire program what we call skid resistance. So then the design tire, if you learn, you get marked and they will tell you who's trying to make the tire and also almost kilometers them. If you drive for use that tire, if you tire not make for do 100 kilometers, with the maximum speed now we road them for ordinary vehicle, but some man they drive 100, 120. Now they cause good accident. So tire is very important. Thing where if not the vehicle involved, we also get law them where the police can stop any vehicle and do on the spot inspection. They can do ways. It can routine inspection regularly, like randomly. But also the law say anybody involved, where the vehicle involved in the act, the police for do an inspection and check the mechanical condition of the vehicle. But the question is, we don't provide the skills and the training for police for do them checks and they, I can say practically no. So these are the things we should be looking at. Vehicle inspection. Now the government don't sign contract with Auto Spec, Salone, for do routine inspection. That is only no inspect time, you know, get that pass test, you know, go get registration certificate. That's a new beginning. And kudos to the government for do that. The other thing where enforcement can say, now enforcement will relate to human behavior. I'm not going to elaborate on this point. I know talk beaucoup because we don't do on our previous program. Driving under the influence, it don't beaucoup now. Especially this push we don't come. With Okada and Keke rider, even taxi rider, even driver themselves. Not only the kush, we get them cheap alcohol when they make, when they call cola. So some man cannot skip bitter cola. Just imagine where you don't take bitter cola. They add kush. Even cigarette make you drowsy. But how do you enforce that law? I say recently, SL don't sign contract or they get MOU, which is an agreement, cannot come in business, where Salone boy they don't give them breathalyzer. And that breathalyzer they like blow, where you blow them, it go show almost alcohol in your blood. Well, I know say where Christmas they cancel. I don't communicate with me SLRIC officers them. They couldn't treat the test fall. But we will not get instrumented for tests. Now for drugs. We don't it didn't have your blood. But there's the therefore make us say anybody will get accident, especially the Okada then. Let it go do a blood sample test. Because if you go do blood sample test, then they realize say he get drugs, he should be punished. In fact, that they not for discourage them, they for discourage them completely. So when you involve in drugs or drink driving, they ban you for 12 months. If you not say when they ban you, you're not going to be able to get your livelihood, you go behave. Then the other thing we come by enforcement. I they enforce, then thing and they we deal with human behavior. So I don't talk about drugs, I don't talk about speeding. Yeah. I don't talk about also the use of the road. But enforcement, one of the things that we come when they eager for give people a ticket, now parking. Police get clamping, SLRS get camping. But for enforce that parking law, what do you go do? Because you get a law where say you know for park your vehicle within 25 meters of a major junction. You know, because when you park in a junction, it affects the vehicle. Sometimes they come up from the minor road, they kind of the major road. Not only in the road, also it obstruct your vision for see a vehicle and they come ahead. So then they again, when we collect accident statistics, then location and then where the accident is, the information for go back to SLRA. When they for they do the road audit step and accident prevention. So they'll go look, say, if that place there, you not get roadside, or something they say, then can make a no entry road. Because sometimes the accident they be where the driver they come up from the major road for enter the minor road. If you look at Freetown, between Palemba Road and the other part, when at Shaka Stevens Street, you get Boku streets there. You start from Black Christ Church, that street will go down there, I think. Yeah, you get that street there. You get Brook Street, you get Waterloo Street, you get Wellington Street, you get Battle Street, you get Liverpool Street. Some of these streets then are no entry. Now one-way streets there. Now because they know say accident they happen, because beaucoup people there qui want come on at the main road for go na the streets then. So they make the one way. So you go end up, if you come on at the opposite direction of the flow of traffic, it means that long way they put, you're not going to be able to turn into that street there. And what you know, they can put them load in it because they get accident statistics which show say beaucoup accident don't take place na then junction and day where people and they come out from a main road for enter another road. This is not the reason now we talk the thing. Okay, what's here now? I get we don't send information where I want respond. So the mark we owe them. Do we have a speed limit in Sierra Leone? The hardest part about it is that our leaders cannot copy the good things that they see they travel abroad. Waiting to Salone. Yes, they will get road marking. Not to all. Speed limit, not the law. Even the new road, the way they build now, where they go upline, they get signed there, where they show the speed limit. And as I can say, the maximum speed limit for any private car, right, now 80 kilometers per hour. Mostly in town, now 30 kilometers per hour. So we can forget them sign and they where they show the speed limit. So one, now both sides, the driver for understand the roadway they drive and who speed for use. Likewise, the authority them, SLRA, where they give to contractors them, then for make sure say them get speed sign, their road sign. And now let's talk about the same way I be not talk about the engineering registration council. Because they give contract, then they talk about when you don't do your contract specification, they do things that we get for do for meet them. We cause not only they repair the road, but all that thing and they, you know. Somebody been talk about driver license. I'll come to that the way at the next E-Win education. But I refer to this one. I'll come to that because now the next one I go. If the technician this other one we can just know. Yeah. It says talk. I'm open we as citizens not only the problem but also find the solution. Thank you, sir, for such solution. Whoever send that message there, I'm glad. And I can tell you now for sure. Voice of Sierra Leone Network, we get beaucoup platform they will share their information here. We get with Twitter account because some man at tweet like board. You know, just like how you get we president all the tweets. All the MP then get Twitter accounts. So all we get for do now for link them now with Twitter page. So then go the student here, then the Yeri. We also get Facebook platform. Where beaucoup people and they use Facebook. We also get YouTube. And me and I also, whenever we don't finish them broadcast here, we get WhatsApp group with them. We share them. And some of them WhatsApp group, we get road safety watch, we get passenger welfare, we get citizens, and all them thing and they. And all them group and they, like one of the group like road safety watch, the big allege of them, na SLRA, they did it. The big allege of them na police, they did it. The big allege na the ministry, including the minister, they did it. But we don't make improvement. Because then they listen. And for sure, I said then they listen. I one lady moderator show the picture then where recently the district traffic officer then put local. They meet. For see how then they regulate traffic. And then they now very good. You can see the police officer there now. When they sit down, this na put local. So then they hear we message. Yeah, but for Yeri not to no more than the thing. We get this government where their slogan are talk and do. So we're not the social media activists and the master people, sabi people they talk. But not them for do. But we say they do, as I've been giving the earlier picture where people learn from the community. Then they make the road, you know. Because they know how wait till the government come make the road for them. So yes, continue. For let people learn, you go cinema. When they make the road here. So the community they hear, the government they hear. But the main responsibility now the government, with Ministry of Transport, with Ministry of Works, with Ministry of Internal Affairs. So large responsibilities. Police, they on the of internal affairs. So let's say get responsibility, then they on the local government. Then you get salary, then they on the Ministry of Works and Public Access. Then you get SLRSA, then they on the Ministry of Transport. So because of them different here and the agencies them, in some countries, I will give you an example. Just we neighbor in Liberia. I've been getting work for the World Bank for between 2019 and 2020. What I do? I set up an interministerial council for deal with transport and roads, which involve the Ministry of Justice, the Ministry of Roads, the Ministry of Transport, the Ministry of Education. Can do the same. So when they work together, all them policies and plans relate each other. Then you get it aside. When the SLR set up a road safety group, where they meet regularly, they meet, but they meet, I don't know why. In that group, you get motor drivers union, you get passenger welfare, you get progressive professional. So we get for set the structure. Now the structure that I explained to. We get the systems. And more so, we get forget the resources. And we set something in three main sides you the focus. We get what we call rules of engagement. Which in the paddy business we they talk about. How we they link to each other. The next side na lines of communication. How we they communicate. You understand? Like we want to do roads. Yeah? For obstruct, then cable everything. Contact EDSA. If that you get for dig the road, you get for contact NatCom, we go contact the cable company, they all that about. Then the technical group where you get motor drivers union, you get passenger welfare, therefore they meet with the SLRSA regularly, so then they bring to them things the way they affect them, to where they not in chest. And not to just bring them. We can talk about talk no more. But when they go and they keep records, at the end of the meeting, they get action point. They say, well, if the complaint say that road they not repair it cause problem. They can contact SLRSA and a budget. Who's get for the road day? Then tell them we put a no marker. You understand? If na road side, same thing. So that when they meet, but they take stock of what they decide the last time, the action where they take, where they say for take. And if they not take the action, they will ask them questions. Because of the Constitution, we talk about citizens' rights, it says sovereignty to the people. Government for be answerable, not for answer to them. Yeah? Because they put government in power. And when they put in power, not for the interest of people. So we be an MP self, you take an oath. Even the number one man, who is the president, they make campaign. When they go, that's what they call inauguration. The way they say, well, they can't give you power, when they give you that stuff. They take an oath. And one oath now for defend the constitution of the constitution and the laws of the country. So if you don't go, then you not do what you do. Now disservice to the people. Now just woman and man. Who's kind of marriage you do? If not customary marriage you do, what put color, you can get them. You go tell the people and say, this woman why they can't take what they married to. Responsibility now for provide for them, we get picking and for putting picking in a school, and for make sure say ahead. Now the same thing government. You go to a church married, you go take an oath under the religion. He said, taking all others. And we don't make them the cruel will, because the Bible says, those who God have joined, let no man put asunder. So we can take a joke, don't talk this one. They want the way go together. Let them put asunder. So if you're a man, you see man marry the wife, no go to that wife because they get contract. So now the same thing with government. So waiting government therefore do, let them listen to we the people. And if they're not able to want, let them explain to we. Now one great president of that country today, in the history, because I don't want to talk me age, because me get sense for from the days of Samuel Guy, Shaka Stephen and everything. Take the NPRC government, take Kabag, and before that to be President Momo when I bring the constitution. None are the only president who goes to the people of Salone. Party, he said, I don't fail the nation. I know it's long-winded, but let me go to the next part. When I ask education, let's start from the formal education. I don't talk them, I go talk and take a balloon at the face. Now, how will they train driver? How will they give them license? And who's kind of training they get? The law there, Salone get law, the best laws there. Right? The law say, SLI say, and they regulate driving school and driving instructor. You understand? It will be surprising to know, before I go to driver, I don't know how much people know say, even as get for be approved by Salone Safety Authority. It didn't. We get law self we talk about the dressing and how they for be hygienic. We don't left down there, not talk about the law and driver. You go now, we look at Traffic Act 2007. It show you the skills that we get before you get license. You get for know how for stop placing. You get for know how for do hill start. You get for know how for do parallel parking. You get for able understand road signs. We don't do that there. You get for good the practical. Can't go on the road, go test them. But we know they do that. And I don't make this not because you get for decide waiting the driver then get for land before you go there. And one book where they call highway code, where they all over the world. We've been getting them under colonial days. Which are the talk so it's not new. We can blame Wetman, but the system where Wetman left for we've been doing a Salone. We've been getting highway code. Up to the time we turn to right turn traffic. Wait a minute, all over the radio, I remember I've been small. Right? But 1971, we will change already the school. When they go to radio, they get a radio jingle. Where they say, now for go, full, now for go, full. And that highway code day, now they use for determining the test they will in the driver. No whatsoever. Not ordinary driver. The law say for ordinary driver, driving license be age 18. And forget professional driver's license, you get for be age. But professional license last start day, you get class. Okada license, you get forget that. Keke license, you get forget that. Taxi license, you get forget that in a category. Poda, what you call minibus up to 15-seater, minibus up to 30-seater, and large buses when are over 30-seater. All get different way. When you take lorry back, it depends on the tonnage of the vehicle. You get from 20 tons, 30 tons, 40 tons. All you get for get different license for them. With different skills. Then even the type of vehicle. You get what you call calculated vehicle. Then at that vehicle, then we get the tractor part, inside the driver, the sit down, and the trailer. And we maneuver them vehicle, then we get what you call swept, where they turn a curve. Because when the head don't go before, you get for a particular angle, where the driver angle that vehicle there, for let the back self kind side. If they don't train on that, it they cause book accident, wrong boku accident there, container there. If we camp and container, we later a trailer, we get law for talk about secure load. I for secure, don't for say the law they not dey. The law and they, but how will they train the driver? But with discussion with the poda operators them and some of the driver them, we know they wait for government. And while El Salone and support we. By early next year, I get some people then who are not ready for say, we go set up a professional driving academy. And we go put up on the law, say, if people are not go get professional training, they not for put them on the road for drive. That's not the issue. And a very serious issue. The other one are public education and awareness. And as I tell you, they try. They tell me get a road safety week. I've been showing video in my last podcast where the road safety cops and they go on a street. Then they talk to drivers about speeding. That was good. But enough for B. 1 time for year like paddle. Although this government may not ban and then all na free on there or the lay with the Eastern boy them will like for dance with them. But they may not ban. People let me go to for paddle 1 time for year. So let know 1 time for year. If for be regular for the caution drivers them. They will get radio programs them. In the past, we will get program on radio called For Wheel and To Foot. That ended for wheel and for motorcar to foot. Now that they work on a street. That program there, we will call on 2 wheel, when a Okada, 3 wheel, when a keke, motorcar, and 6 wheel, when a lorry and big buses. So now continue for the educators, not just government no more. We serve as individuals. Yeah. I'm the responsibility when they preach. People about their safety, responsibility to the government and responsibility to others. The Reverend and Secretary responsibility there. We get community heads. The last committee president after August 10. I watched that. What's in the complaint? But I was saying I will give motorcar some of we na Ukada or Keke will take care. Now they're interested. Recently we said the government and all the chief them tablets for monitor education. Yes. Why we not put on the same one? Then chief them, let them be community leaders for people them and talk to them about safety. Because road safety na collective reality. Now we all get for put on. So now the education comes, the education, the public awareness, the campaign, now we all responsibility. Me I they go Salone frequently. Contribution and then program what they do. Like when they say the Bible say, he that have ears to hear, let them hear. Now the same we talk na Creole. Yes, let hear. Let them people let hear and listen. That's very important. Right? Now my final E, because I go carry round up now. I know say I don't go on and on and on. Now what you call the environment now, who say people in the worker will get boku side. If we look, we treat them. People they like sardine. I remember first they will be in the tongue. You understand? The only time you can see people and get on a treat with them boku na watch net, with them they pull lantern. Now you go na tongue, first them. Kucho Road now said don't be less congested than Lumley. Lumley na one area them will get problem. Jue, Kalbaton, Junction. You get all kind of people there. You get in, you get there with Barrow Boys them. So when you look at the environment with transport they operate, not only the Ministry of Transport or SLRA, we local government they get responsibility. Give them the powers. Right? Street trading, no problem. They make pavement for people there for work, people there put markets there. This is not the thing. Also, when you talk about the environment, you talk about the harmful effects on that environment there. We get law there now. Recently, we see COP27, when they talk about climate change and greenhouse gas. One of the greatest problems na exhaust emission. Then by the petrol they use, and we know they maintain your car. You see some of them lorry and they belch smoke. Not only they cause lung disease, it affect asthma people, it affect the picking them because now then they short. Now then they inhale that gas there. And when people get lung disease and everything, it gets another impact on the community. And that impact in the community, now the health service, we also get challenged. We get for treat all them people there. And of course, the final part where I talk about environment, no, we are seeing racism. The same way, it's difficult because when the rain don't come, it come back to the engineering. How the design we road them, the drainage system. We road the non-toll rivers. In Freetown, a one green gutter we can get. We a big gutter, another samba gutter. We come up from up academy school. Say go na bay. We na Richmond them make them. Now the one big gutter then they will get. We na bricks gutter. We rain can all that gutter they flood. So now look at the drainage system. Again, while they talk about the environment, we get people when they go build up na the hill. So we in the camp, the thick the way they cut, the dirty and the stone the way they broke, you know, they are able to absorb the road. Now that makes so big a mudslide disaster. So now that we call land use transportation planning. So my family, I don't talk beaucoup. I don't do 1 hour 15 minutes. This is now the final edition of part 3 of road safety. We next set of program will also do 3 parts that didn't them for land planning, because government don't get a land commission. The World Bank don't give them 41 million for support mission day. So the next 3 broadcasts, I will start with the law, with the new commission, then the powers, then we'll make a difference with the money we World Bank don't give them. So me, when they give this broadcast, finally, as I can always extend me, I say thank you plenty to Mr. Abdul Karim Kagbo, who is my technical man. And for this network, Voice of Sierra Leone network, they call them Voice of Sierra Leone. They don't give me this platform for we will tell with people and let them hear within the happen. We tell them plenty thank you. To the organization where I represent, Road Safe Salone, and all we volunteers them, we get volunteers in Freetown, we get in Lonsal, we get in Rokupu, we get in Kono, and thank you for the work they do. Within the education driver, the education school there. And finally, to my professional organization, the Sierra Leone Institute of Engineers and the Professional Engineers Regulatory Council. I doff me at trainer. My 3 big brother then. Professor Rodwitsa, Engineer Tani Pratt, and Engineer Badamasi Savage. I will therefore talk about that in another program for see how we will regulate the engineering industry and how we will bring standards to the country for the betterment of our own people. We will talk to Engineer Victor Akomengot Asetata, and I thank you for listening to me.
Hello, good evening. I can video this bridge, this Mano bridge. For Kumobanjala, Mano bridge himself don't get problem. He don't get problem. Let people advise the motorcar within the kaya. Let people not go the left inside the motorcar and they cross the bridge. Yeah, and the place this we don't cut on the bridge. Put board there, and they even take the board. Let una see how the bridge don't cut. This Mano bridge, see, don't cut heavy one. So they advise everybody at this area where they pass from Jala, Mano, that's it, take for go. They come from Tama. So now the bridge this itself don't get problem. Heavy problem. So they advise people and when they pass here, let them not left inside motorcar for pass. Let them come down, then pass. At the Mano bridge this. But we go talk and just now then say na social media business and lie with the lie. So at the video all thing for now, not so one side, about two sides. You see, this now the way for go Mano. And the way this for go Mano inside the town itself. Look the town over yonder. They see the town. And middle of the bridge. Now this don't get this problem. Yeah. See the board really long. See, and the way this for go route tie. And even so now the other area, we don't get problem. To one side, at the worker, they go. Look the other area where the bridge don't cut. Middle the bridge. Now long bridge. Look the water. Yeah. See the water. From there, you see the other water. And middle of this bridge. And there they saw the video. For tell the Sierra Leone government say this bridge don't get problem. Now a death trap. Let us not forget. Now a death trap. Do you have a government? Let warn the people them. They not say let motorcar not pass over, but let people not left inside motorcar pass this bridge. The bridge don't get problem. This Mano Dase bridge. For Komotama and Tanjala. From Jala till for come through. Even the woman they don't come down inside one motorcar, they even motorcar will count me.